So go and take your Wasabi DX out of its package. Inside you'll find a little ribbon cable and the Wasabi DX mod chip. Now before you can install the chip, you have to configure it to suit your console's region. And in this case I'm using an Australian PAL wheel. It might be a little hard for you to see in the video, but there are 4 little jumper switches down here, little black ones. By default, all the switches are down in the off position. Now you have to adjust switches 1 and 2 depending on your console's region. So in this case we're using an Australian PAL, and we have to have switch 1 in the off position and switch 2 in the on position. Just push it up using a little flathead screwdriver. You can use your fingers if they'll fit in there. Now switches number 3 and 4 are not used, so just leave them in the down position. Now if you do have a console from another region, you can look on the top of the chip here and it tells you what position switch 1 and 2 should be in for your console. For example, for a Japanese console, switches 1 and 2 have to be in the off position. It's quite simple. Alright, you'll see we have a little plug on the left and on the right. Now this one says drive and this one here says console. So we're going to get the little ribbon cable and we want to plug it into the plug which says drive on it. Okay, so just pull this little black tab out like this and put the ribbon cable in. Also when you put the ribbon cable in, just make sure you have the wires facing down, so the blue side is facing up. Push it as far as it will go and then just push the little black tab in. The little black tab just applies pressure so the cable won't fall out. Now turn the mod chip around, open the black tab on this side, and now we're going to remove this cable from the DVD drive. So we're going to pop this little brown tab up and just pull the cable out like that, and we're going to plug this into the other socket. You plug it in like that and just close the little black tab like so. Now take the other end of the ribbon cable and plug it in to the DVD drive. Make sure it's in all the way. Alright, and that's done. It's just a basic pass-through device, very easy to install. Now before we go and put the console back together, we'll power it up with everything open just so we can make sure that everything's working fine. So go and plug your power in. AV, and your little sensor bar. Now to test this, you're going to want a backup game copy or some homebrew software, something like that. Now because earlier we turned the DVD drive upside down, we're going to have to put the CD in upside down. Okay, so go ahead and pop the DVD in. And it should see a little green light come on the Wasabi, and that's a good sign. It means it's all working. So just go to your Wii menu. Now you should be able to launch your backup game copy just like you would any other game. Okay, before we go and put this console back together, I'll just power it off. Unplug the power cable. Now we're just going to put some electrical tape over the top of the chip just to stop it from shorting out on anything, and also to stick it down. So grab some electrical tape and just stick it on the chip. Make sure you're covering the whole chip. Now I've cut out a little fancy design here, just so the tape doesn't cover the black hole there. Alright, just stick it down nice and firm and we're all done. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.